Week number 10 in this 10-week series on becoming like Jesus. Group leader, you made it. So excited for this group season to come to a close so that we can hear about the fruit of what God has done through these last 10 weeks. Remember, we want to have a relationship. It's the last week of group before you go on your group break. So have a party, have fun, engage. But again, we want to have discipleship. This last one is one of my favorites. So make sure you have time to go through and really disciple these young people. It's a great way to see them have a lasting relationship with Jesus years down the road. So week 10, the topic is trusting Jesus. What a great topic. The passage is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him. He will make your path straight. A group leader application here. Talk about a moment where you recognize where you had to trust God with a decision or situation. How did that work out? Again, these personal examples are huge. Make sure that as you're sharing these examples, the value you have from trusting God is going to be the point you're driving home. Also talk about a moment where you leaned on your own understanding. Did that work out? Please make sure to drive home that it was not the right way to handle it. Anything done in our own strength, anything done trusting ourselves more than we trust God will often lead to death. And so we want to make sure that we make that clear for students as well. Discussion questions are, why is it difficult to trust God sometimes? It's an open-ended question. It's a big question, so you might have to step in and provide some personal examples in order to open the door for students to share as well. Why should we trust God? Be careful to not let students have a surface level response to this. It can't be like, because it's God. No, we want to talk about the values we've taken from the last 9 weeks about becoming like Jesus and why we should trust God. How do we trust God? What does it look like practically? And in these moments, this is where you begin to talk about faith and patience and prayer. It's when you begin to talk about expectation and hope. Those are the types of things that we want our students to land on. The application is, when do you find yourself trusting yourself, your way of thinking, more than God's way? When you have questions, how often are you trying to find the answer from God's word? Take a few minutes and talk through where you could acknowledge God more in your life. Give some examples like money, family, relationships, spirituality, etc. The closing statement here is, we cannot truly become more like Jesus if we don't fully trust Jesus.